We're all ready. I'm going to talk to YouTube right now because obviously the VOD is going to go up on YouTube. So if you are watching the VOD, hello. We are just about to go into the interview with Gabin Kongolo. Yeah, Deep in the Den is the official title. It's amazing. I'm excited. Let's see if Gabin is ready. Let's pause this. Yo, Gab, you ready? He's ready. He's ready.
Bro.
What's
I'm
up?
bugging.
What? Why? What's up?
I can't see you.
Yeah, it don't matter. Oh, do you want me to share my screen? Yeah. Here we go.
No, it's fine. I
You
thought I was
sure?
bugging, that's all. I thought I was bugging. I was like,
There
what's
we
going
go.
on?
It's good. It's good.
Let's do this.
Right, we all ready in chat? Good stuff.
Ready.
We're all
Ready.
Right, how have you been, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Bro, like how can I answer that question? Like I've been good. You
Yeah.
know, like life is blessing me, but obviously with the blessings comes lessons as well.
Oh,
You know
of course,
what I mean?
man.
So like it's been mad, isn't it? Like life is just mad. I've been good. How you been, bro? Tell me about you.
I've been, I've been doing my thing. Like you said, life is mad, but again, with exactly what you said, with lessons, with blessings comes lessons.
Fully. Literally.
But yeah, I've been good. There's not much been going on besides my new show, obviously Deep in the Den, which is why you're the third guest now.
Come on.
It's very exciting stuff. I am enjoying interviewing people. Just to get to know them a little bit more.
I know, it's just conversation really, bro, innit? If
It
you
is
think
nice.
about it, it's just actual conversation, it's real. I feel like a lot of people get interviewing kind of wrong in a way because they don't realize it's a genuine conversation.
Just a conversation,
it's just a conversation.
Exactly.
And
Well,
that's what I love about it.
Listen to this segue. With that conversation comes the first question.
Hit me.
Who is Gabin?
Man, Gabin. Regular guy. Gabin is he's an actor, he's a poet, he's also a musician who comes from Cardiff and is a growing person and always wanting to learn and try new stuff. But he's also someone who really wants to push creative boundaries in a city that doesn't have much creative stuff going on.
I feel that.
So that's who Gabin is. That's who he is.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
Right.
I had time to think about it.
Oh yeah, I told him in the pre-show. I was like, "Listen, I'm going to ask this question." Right.
I was like, shit, yeah.
I want you because I've written these questions out in order as well. With order of your achievements, maybe some a little bit off, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
So I want you to take the mic and start from the beginning. Where did you grow up? What was your life like?
Wow, that's mad. So I'm from. I was born in London. I was born in London and I lived in London up until I was like 10. And then we moved to Cardiff, and I've lived in Cardiff like most of my life. And how I would say this, like my acting career kind of started off was this one time I was in year 8, right? And the year 9s above, like they were like, "Oh, we're going on a school trip." I was like, "How are you going on a school trip?" They're like, "Oh, we did this after school drama thing for Shakespeare, and we get to go bowling and miss a day of school, and you get food and you do the performance." I was like, "I want that." So I remember saying to my best friend Aaron, I was like, "Bro, let's do this. Let's miss a day of school." So really and truly, I wanted to miss a day of school, but then I kind of just like fell in love with performing and just like that element of it. And then I did the school musical 2 years after that, when I was in year 11, and I was like, yo, like, nah, like, yo, I need to run with this. Like, I need to run with this. Like, I'm good at this, so I need to run with it.
Yeah.
And then I did performing arts in college. the rest for I'm not gonna talk about performing arts in college because that's just a thing in its own. Um, that's a thing in its own. But then yeah, then I went to uni, and uni was kind of like where things started to really like kick off, and I started to you know make movements. Is that a dog?
It is my dog. What are you doing, man? We're having an interview. Be professional.
What dog is it?
It's Ace. It is. He's a Frenchie. What are you
Oh,
doing,
you're a
fella?
Frenchie.
I'll let him out. Wait there. And carry on. You carry on.
Bro, I want a Frenchie. I'll wait till you're back. I want a Frenchie.
Here we go. I'm back. I'm back.
I want a Frenchie so bad.
Bro, he's
Dogs are
cute. He's
beautiful.
cute. We got the emotes in chat there. Ace of Hearts. We made an emote of my dog. So
No
people can
way.
spam. Yeah, it's cute, man. I don't know why they're
Ace.
barking, but it is what it is.
That's a hard name as well.
It
Ace.
is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
The white
I'm
Frenchie.
inspired. I might have to invest in one. I can't
Go
lie.
on, man.
I might have to.
They're good dogs. A
They
lot
are,
to take
bro.
care of. There are a lot to take care of, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they do look troublesome. I won't lie, and the ones I've come across are troublesome.
No, they
But
are.
but yeah, mad. Sorry.
It's alright.
I love talking about dogs, so it's like
Bro, me and you both. It's all good.
beautiful. But yeah, when I went to uni, that's when I started to kind of put my foot in the industry and kind of make the small moves. So I
Yeah.
started off. The first thing I kind of did was like professional wise, I did a direct line advert,
Yeah.
which was mad because I just started my second year of uni, and I managed to bag that, and I was like, yo, this is mad, like uh, this is the beginning, and it's not like the advert was just an advert. It was I got flown out to Ireland, to Dublin, um, and it was just a different experience, a different
Yeah.
world, like because I was only there for 72 hours, so like 3 days. But so much happened in those 3 days. Like I met Harvey Keitel, who's a big, big, big actor. He's in Pulp Fiction. He's Winston Wolfe in Pulp Fiction. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I've watched Pulp Fiction. I haven't.
It's
No, I
all
won't
good.
lie.
It's all good. It's
I
all good.
haven't.
I
But
haven't
yeah,
either. I'm not gonna lie.
bro. Every time someone asks, "Oh, have you watched Pulp Fiction?" and I'm like, "No." They're like,
It's a big movie, man. I've
they
never
look,
seen it.
they look at me weird. I'm like, it's just the
Mm.
truth. But yeah. So I did that. Then I did a Hovis advert. Then I did the B&Q advert, and then from there, after doing that, I got my first like speaking role on TV, which was on Doctors,
Mm.
which was a mad experience again because I had just come to the beginning of my third year this time, and I had that there, which was really nice, and it was crazy because I was still learning. I was at uni. I was learning all this stuff, and I was,
Yeah.
you know, I was, I, as some people would say, making moves. I just see it as like it was a nice stepping stone, and then I ended up on Bulletproof on Sky
Yes.
One,
Yeah.
which was, for me, it was the story of how Bulletproof came about is nuts because I had just graduated. I had my graduation. I did the audition for Bulletproof before my graduation, and I remember I was like, oh, it's whatever. I probably haven't got it. And I was on holiday in Canada with my family,
Yeah.
and I get a phone call saying, oh, you got that, you got the role in Bulletproof. I was like, oh, no way. I was like, I remember just being like, what? Like, I was like, so when is it? They were like, oh, it's like it starts in 2 days. I was supposed to be on holiday for another 2 weeks.
No.
And I remember looking at my parents, I was like, I have to go. Like, I can't
Of
stay
course
here.
you
I
gotta
have to
go.
go. I was like, I have to go. And, at first they were like, they were a bit like, what's happening right now? And
Yeah.
I was so much as well as them. I was like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah.
But we need to run with this because I can't miss this opportunity,
No, it's an opportunity that you need to take there and then.
I needed to grab it with like both hands. Like
Yeah, of
I
course you
needed
did.
to. So then I flew back the same day. Literally the same night I flew back.
That's nuts. That's
Straight away.
dedication, that is.
Nuts, man. And it was a big investment as well because
Yeah.
it's not like the flight didn't cost money. You know what I mean? Like that's money that I say I didn't really have to just change that flight and come back.
Yeah.
But in at the end of the day, it paid off. And then but yeah, that was Bulletproof was mad because obviously I met people that I've been watching for years, like
Mm,
years, and literally looking up to them like Ashley Walters, Noel Clark. I was like, this is mad. Like
mm,
I'm in the presence of people like I could say are my idols in a
yeah.
way.
Your
And
TV idols.
yeah, literally, man. And it was crazy because Top Boy hadn't even come out at this point as well.
Yeah.
And I met Hope, who was in Top Boy and he was in Bulletproof on there as well. And he's like my brother now, like that's like my guy. And it was just such a sick environment to be around and just being in that headspace, that mindset of just like, yo, we're actually here to do a job and we all want the best for each other and we're gonna make it work.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, so that Bulletproof was a sick experience. And then in fact, oh my days, I haven't even done this in order, but I've done it. I've done it in order of how it's come out.
Yeah, it's
So
all good
against
because I got questions for it in order, but carry
yeah,
on. Yeah.
oh sick, mad. Because like against all odds, I filmed whilst I was at uni as well in my last year.
Was
So
it?
before Bulletproof, um before Bulletproof, I was filming against all odds up until so literally from March last year all the way up until January. This was
Damn.
is when we were filming. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we'll get to all against all odds anyway, because that's a big,
yeah,
big talking point of obviously today's interview. But
yeah, yeah,
firstly, again, with the beginning, you went to the University of Creative Arts from 2016 to 2019.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How did that? I suppose what sort of how did that propel you?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yeah, go on.
I how that like kind of sorry, I'm just changing the light because I realized I can't even see
It's
myself,
all good,
bro.
bro. It's all good.
But like how that like worked in those 3 years is that I I didn't want to go at that time. I didn't want to go to drama school.
Yeah.
It was a myth to me because the way for what I believed in, I thought drama school was outdated. The
Mm,
teachings they weren't modern
that's exactly
enough.
how I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, man, like it wasn't modern for me. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to this uni, which was a brand new course. We're starting fresh. We're doing everything new. Um, so I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna run with this.
Mm,
And then as I was there, I realized I was like, I have the freedom to still do industry stuff whilst learn. So I went out because at the time I was signed to a agency in Wales called Shelley Norton, and then I was like, you know what? Let me let me let me go to London. Let me get that. Let me get an agent over there and see what they can push me for. So I did that, and since then, um, I was with this agency called Create Talent, and then I built with them whilst I was at uni. So we kind of worked around my uni schedule and seen what we
mm.
could, you know. Oh, can you miss that lecture? I was like, yeah, of course I can miss that lecture.
It's a lecture, of course.
I'm going to that audition. I'm
Yeah.
going
Yeah. Of
because it's like how I saw it is like I can't miss these opportunities at
course you
all, like
can't. No.
not one bit.
No.
So yeah, no, like I found a beautiful balance between uni and doing stuff in the industry, and it worked out in the end. It was so like it worked so beautiful,
Yeah.
and yeah, even though I won't lie, my lecturers weren't the happiest that I was doing it.
Yeah. But it is
They,
what it is. You got to take these
it is
chances,
it is what it is,
and you got to
and
run with it.
I have to, I had to, and I still got a 2-1, which is
That's
which is
mad.
cool, you know. So I still got a 2-1 because it's not like I wasn't working hard or anything.
No.
I think it's just I guess I can understand their point of view. They really wanted to push me to get that first and be like, yo, you're you're sick, like you're good, like go get the best you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's how that worked out. Mm.
That's mad. So you talked about like what sort of made you want to become an actor, but what actually made you fall in love with acting? Like, was there a certain theatre production or?
Mm. Yeah. You know what? Funny enough, I was actually talking about this last night with one of my friends, Vicky.
Mm,
I told her it was a film that made me fall in love with acting. sounds mad to say, but I like it. I can't even deny it because it's me.
Yeah, go on.
It was The Vow, which is
What's that? I've never seen that.
The Vow is a um it's like a I'm refraining from using the phrase chick flick. Because it's quite rude. It's quite rude.
That is a genre though, isn't it? Like it's not.
It it is, yeah, no,
Yeah,
it is. It
yeah,
is still,
yeah,
it is still. But let's say a romantic film.
yeah, yeah.
It's a romantic film, and it's about um a guy, a couple. They get in a car crash, and the female partner loses her memory, and she doesn't remember her boyfriend. Uh, So like
Yo,
this
this rings a
film,
bell. I'm
Channing
pretty sure.
Tatum,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Channing
Oh, yeah.
Tatum's in it,
I've seen it. I have seen
and
it. I'm
and
chatting
Rachel
shit. I've seen
McAdams.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
bro, it's mad. Film's mad.
It
Had
is.
my heart, bro.
I
My
saw that
heart
a
was like,
while ago, man.
bro, it's a while ago. I remember watching this film. I was like, bro, this has me. Like,
It's a good film.
it's a good film, and I think it was just the performances and how like committed they were
Yeah,
to actually loving each other
yeah,
and making that look real. So I was like, yeah, no, like it's like in a way, it was like it made me think I want that, not the like the relationship part, but like I want to commit myself
yeah.
to these kind of performances, you know. And if I had to say another film, it'd be Forrest Gump as well.
Yo, Forrest Gump, an OG.
OG
What a
film,
film. Right. Well,
yeah.
just take a sip of water there. Lube up the old throat.
Move up the throat.
Lube up the throat. So
Move up the
obviously in, I suppose college, maybe college. I don't really know, but in uni as well,
throat.
you've been a part of theatre productions yourself.
Yeah,
Just to name a few, I've got them from a website. I don't know if this is entirely correct.
let's
Feral
see.
Monsters, was you
Oh,
part?
that's recent. That's
Yeah.
recent
The
as well. Yeah,
Flick
that's
and The
yeah,
Merchant of
yeah,
Venice, just to name a few. He's been in
yeah.
a lot more from what I can see from the website. But talk to me about that. What's it like to be in a theatre production?
You know what? I love theatre more than I love TV and film.
Is it?
I promise you I do. But I promise you. Because recently where I've been thinking about it, there's something about that actual human connection and like vibing with the audience and giving them that look, you know? Like that certain look that you give them when you're performing something and you bounce off that energy. And there's an unmatchable feeling of performing theatre to anything else because it's next to none.
Mm.
And because especially when you have that rehearsal process, bro, you have that rehearsal process, you do it. But when you're on stage, obviously you rehearsed and you practiced, but you take it to another level.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's a certain limit you can do that with TV and a film, which I think it's nice as well. But you can redo that. You can fix
Yeah.
that mistake.
So if you make a mistake, you just recut. Do all
Yeah,
that.
you
But
can
with
recut.
theatre,
It's
if
like
you do it, you're a mockery. Like
yeah, or you run with it, bro, or you run
exactly.
with
Yeah.
that. You fuck up. You're like, oh, I fucked up, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna carry on this path, and I'm
Mm.
gonna keep it going because this is what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Because the audience don't know what they're getting.
No, because in the production I was
Mm,
in, this is in high
mm,
school, mind. It was in Wizard of
yeah,
Oz. I was Oz,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
was going up the steps, and I fell over up the steps, and down
Jeez,
the mic. Bear in mind, this is high school. I said, "Oh fuck,"
yeah,
but I went along with it, and not many people saw. But obviously, people pissed
bro,
themselves laughing. But
literally. But that's the thing. It's like they don't know whether that was meant to happen because the thing is like I imagine how many nights did you do?
I did
Three,
three
four
nights.
nights,
Yeah.
3 nights. I bet only some of them came to that one night.
Yeah.
You could have done that for 3 nights straight. No, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have
You know what I'm
had a
saying?
clue.
It's mad.
Mm.
It's mad, bro. It's mad. But yeah, I think I love theatre. I have a friend. His name's uh Ayomide.
Mm.
He is probably one of the best theatre performers I've ever seen in my life, and he also like made me love theatre as just as much because when I
Yeah.
see him perform, I'm like, right, like he's immersed into that world and he's taken it to a whole nother level, different level. Aaron's the same. Aaron is exactly the same
Yeah.
when he performs.
I've
You
seen
know,
him
you
perform.
rehearse.
He's a good performer.
Good performer, bro. You just take it to that whole nother level because
Mm.
rehearsal's one thing, like I said, but when you go out there, you feel the energy because that's what it is. I think theatre gave me the first instinct of what energy feels like.
Yeah. Well, that goes on
Yeah,
to my next question as well. So, what did
yeah.
you take from your theatre experience?
Man, energy.
Energy. There it
and
is. He's answered it.
energy, feeling what energy is and how to take it to the next level, and just knowing that just because you rehearsed it one way doesn't mean you can't do it
Yeah.
another way. But I think that one of the most important things I learned from theatre was that theatre is the fundamental of acting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It Without theatre, you like,
But that's where acting
you're
started, wasn't it? It
stuck.
was theatre.
Literally, like it's literally that. Like I feel like there's a couple of people who can only just do TV and film,
Yeah.
but they can't do theatre, and that's mad, bro. Because I think like this is the origin. This is where it started
Mm.
from.
Mm.
So I was like, nah, that yeah, it needs to be the sole focus, and it's sad because obviously theaters are kind of under I don't know the phrase, but like the is it under threat, underwater, something like that.
I ain't
I
got a
don't know.
clue.
I
I'm
ain't
not
got
the
a clue
smartest
either.
of people.
That's
I
fine.
just sit here and I interview people.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, it's just like theaters are with what's going on with the world corona. Like theaters aren't open,
Oh no,
so
yeah, I
it's
know.
sad that like people can't have that anymore.
And they're
And
not being
there's
funded and all.
nah, man. It's sad. It's so sad. Like the Millennium Center closed until January. That's
That's
sad,
nuts.
bro.
That's a lot of the economy as well coming from
A
arts and
lot.
theatre.
Mm,
Is a troublesome thing. But is there a dream theatre production that you would want to star in? And if so, what
bro.
character? Just got to think about this one.
If bro, this is a tough one,
Yeah, it is. You got things like Grease. You got like, you know,
bro. But you see, do you want to know a fun fact? I don't like musicals anymore.
is it? Well, so you want to do actual theatre plays
Yeah,
like
just like theater plays, bro. I don't like musicals
I
anymore.
don't know many theatre plays. I'm into music. Well, I used to be into musicals when I was trying to do
Yeah,
my acting, but I don't know. I don't
yeah.
know many plays besides like Macbeth. You know, all the old school
Mm.
stuff like that.
If I had to be real, I'd probably say Othello and play Othello.
Is it?
Yeah, Othello is mad,
What's it
so mad,
about?
bro. Do you want me to be honest? Don't know,
Yo, this is real
bro.
and raw on Deep in the Dead,
I
man. This
told
is it's so good.
real, real and raw. But
It's so
nah, do you
good.
know what it is? I saw a tweet about I think it's like it's the end of Othello, and it's like it says, "Oh fuck," and Othello exits. I was like, "Wow,
Yo, I
well,
could
even
be that guy.
I could do that. I could do that." No, but I've heard a lot about Othello. That's the thing, but I don't actually know, which is quite bad.
That's
So maybe
calm.
I shouldn't say that. Maybe I
Nah, but
shouldn't say
listen,
that.
nah, it's whatever. If you want to play Othello, go fucking do it. Do you know what I mean?
I can do whatever.
Exactly. Well, moving on
Yeah.
from theatre production, because obviously
Hmm.
that's a big part, and obviously will be a big part of your
Yeah,
future. We're gonna move on
for
to
sure.
short films. I've
Mm.
got two here. Obviously, Obi, where you played Obi,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I got Secure the Bag. Tell me about those.
Man, Obi Obi was the first short film I did.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like a mad experience because I realized that I was like, yo, I can do this.
Mm.
I was like, I can do this, and it was kind of an eye opener for me because I realized I was like, yo, like I can, I need to get more footage. Like I need to get more roles like
More
this,
things under your belt, sort of thing. Yeah.
more things under my belt. Because I was like, at the time, I was like, I had an idea of what I could do, but I didn't know how to do it. But Obi gave me that stepping stone to do it. But like away from all of that, the film itself is like a beautiful story of, a kid just trying to look after his best friend
Yeah.
who's like kind of has lost the innocence in a way, and she's
Yeah.
just trying to find her way in life, and he's still an innocent kid.
Mm.
And what I loved about, immersing in the world of Obi was just the fact that the crew, like, was so immersed in it as well. They believed in the story, and they were just as passionate as I was about this character and just wanting to build on it. And yeah, Obi was sick. I loved Obi. With Secure the Bag, that was something I did last summer,
Yeah,
actually, which was like sick because I worked with the guys who made Against All Odds
yeah.
on that film. So they're like, yo, we got this short that we want you to do. And the maddest thing about Secure the Bag was that I was on my way to France. I was on the airport, going to France with my girlfriend, and I get just before we're about to take off, I get a message from them saying, "Yo, I got this role for you. I want you to do." And I had to put my phone on airplane mode for
Nah.
for for that hour because I was like, "Shit!" I was like, "Yo, like this is mad. I've just been offered uh, a role whilst I'm on a flight.
It's
Like,
always when you're on holiday, bro.
bro, it's nuts. It's actually nuts because I generally think about. I'm like, yo, this is mad. Like, how is this happening? So, um, but yeah, Secure the Bag such a fun film. I met some great people in there. I met this guy called Jay who's a co-star
Yeah.
uh in it, and that's about two two guys going for job interviews, and
Mm,
then they get framed for finding a cat like a ton of money, and just what they do with that money.
mm.
And yeah, it was eventful. Oh, bro, my mum's ringing me.
Do you want to put the
Let me.
interview on pause real quick?
No, no, no. I'll tell my mum that
Go,
I'm
go,
on. I'm on the call.
go on, bro.
Mum, hello, mum. I'm okay. Mum? Is it okay if I call you back? I'm doing an interview at the moment. We. Oh, the Apple ID. Okay, I'll text it to you. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye, mum. Bye.
Live and raw, baby.
Live and roll, bro. Live and roll. There it
That's
is.
all it is. That's car. That's
That's
all
where
good.
it
It's all good. We
is.
had an appearance. Oh, I can put it in the title now. Clickbait featuring Gabin's mum.
Gavin's mum, bro. Put it there.
Is
Let
what
them
it
know.
is. Right, you talked about two of the characters that you played in your short films. Sticking to
hmm
short films, are there any characters in those productions that you've done that are a shadow of yourself that you resonate with a lot?
I'd probably say, yeah, the one Emeka in Secure the Bag because he thinks so like when you say shadow of myself, like kind of like me in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, do you know what? Both, bro. If I'm being real,
You
if
reckon?
I'm being, because like Emeka is like, he thinks a lot. It's like, yo, no, let's think about this logically.
Yeah.
Like this is like he's 1 + 1 is equals 2.
He leads with his
That's
head, not
him.
his heart, sort of thing.
Yeah. Whereas Obi is kind of the polar opposite, where he
Yeah,
uses his heart, a little bit of his head, but he uses his heart.
yeah.
And I think where sometimes where I'm so emotionally involved in stuff, I use my heart. Like
Mm.
I didn't want to think. I'm going with what I feel. But so I think both do. It kind of depends on it's very situational, isn't it? Like what the situation is and how I take that.
How you handle it, absolutely.
Yeah, literally, literally. But
Have you had any creative influence in any of these productions, like you yourself?
oh, loads. Because like I think just doing these, especially the two shorts, it just inspired me to want to make my own work, and
Fuck yeah.
which is something like I'm in the process of doing now, which
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
which is which is it's nuts. It's crazy to just see all that come together. But yeah, seeing how it's done, it's like, yo, like it made me think like I can do this as well.
Yeah,
Like I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, you're just an actor. That's all you can be. I
yeah.
think nah,
Nah.
I'm more than that. I'm an actor. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a poet. I can do anything, man.
Mm.
You can't put me in a box. And I feel that's something like it's kind of like an unsaid thing in Cardiff in a way, and that of like you can only be one thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
and it's
and you have to stick to that lane.
and you have to stick to that. You can't dibble and dabble in anything
No.
else. You can't put your finger in other people's pies.
Mm.
I feel like that's a thing here, and I feel like it's quite sad.
It is a very oppressive system, if you want to put it that way.
It is. It's literally it's like okay, like okay, sit back down, kind
Exactly,
of
yeah.
culture.
Go sit at
It's
your
like
desk, do your office work.
it's literally like oh, well he did he's doing all right. He's
Mm.
not doing sick,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and that's how like I feel like a lot of people kind of treat people who are doing well in general in
Of
this
course I do,
city,
yeah.
which is it's sad, man. I feel like recently there's been a shift. There's been a slight shift in the city, which is beautiful,
Yeah,
and like a lot of us are pushing that idea away and just running with it.
absolutely.
So yeah,
Pushing the arts.
pushing it, man.
We
Because
would never really have seen in it, especially with acting. Like
mm,
acting was never a big thing in Cardiff, even
no,
Wales.
man,
But the
not one
past
bit.
past couple of years, the past year especially, the
Mm-hmm.
Welsh acting scene has become fairly big. Not massive, but it's
Big,
getting there.
yeah, oh, bro. Do you know what? There's so many actors, and I can't even mention names because if I leave someone out, I feel
Feel
bad.
bad, yeah. It's all
I
good.
feel
'Cause
terrible.
they know who they are. It's all
But
good.
they, you know who you are.
Exactly.
If I've messaged you or talked to you and you're an actor from Wales in the past 2 years, you're sick.
It's
Um,
smashing it.
you're smashing it. You're doing good.
That's
Trust
amazing.
me, we're all on this journey together. But yeah, like bro, there's like so many productions in Wales that are being done as well.
Mm,
Like Sex Ed,
yeah,
that's filmed in Newport, amazing. In My Skin, which is filmed literally all over Cardiff, sick. The Tuckers, sick. It's bro, it's sick. There's so much shit coming out of Wales now, and it's like I think it's coming to the point where it's like, yo, you can't even ignore us anymore.
yeah.
We're here.
We're here. We're
Like
loud.
we're actually here. We're
Mm,
loud. And whether it comes to the point where it takes us Wales to be independent for people to actually respect us and give us the love we deserve,
exactly.
maybe that's what it takes. But
Mm.
we'll find out. We'll see.
We,
Time will
we'll
tell,
find
innit?
our way. We'll find our way.
We'll see. We will see.
Exactly. But
We
still
will
sticking on
see.
the short films aspect, is there
Mhm.
any? Well, in your personal opinion, obviously, it's
Yeah.
no disrespect to any of the short films you've been in.
Yeah.
Which short film to you sticks out the most? Which one has the best message?
Best message.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm probably going to say secure the bag.
Okay.
I think the message in secure the bag of like togetherness
Yeah.
works.
Mm.
I think that the togetherness of like, yo, no matter what, you're my bro
Yeah.
kind of feeling it gives, and I love that. I think where the rest are obviously they have messages
Yeah. Of
in
course.
their
Yeah.
own right, but I think that's the one for me that kind of sticks out to most. I
Sticks.
think
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think especially where like you know I've got boys like I got friends who uh we go through thick and thin together.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what, bro, I got you.
Mm.
When you're low, I'm low, and but we'll rise together. We'll
We'll
build
bring
that
each other
together.
up.
Yeah, we'll
Absolutely.
bring each other up. Because I think that we live in a world where a lot of people aren't really free to express their emotions
Yeah.
as much as they'd like to, which is really sad.
It is.
Because I'd love to just have that relationship with people where they feel comfortable to talk about that. And I think Secure the Bag kind of does that in a way, obviously in its own twist.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Secure the Bag because it
But
gives you that
that's a really good answer. I
feeling
do like
togetherness.
that because I didn't really think like I thought you was going to go with Obi just because obviously the just the looking after and just but I don't know. Secure that is a
Yeah,
really good answer though. I do like that answer. But
but you see with Obi, bro, it's like it's there, but you
yeah,
know that
mm,
it's the thing is like oh it's obvious you know that, and
I suppose so.
what I kind of love about is Secure the Bag is that you have to think and it has to marinate in you. Like I was like, yo, what is this? You have to think about it,
Yeah,
kind of thing. But because when it's given to you on the plate, it's like, oh, it's obvious. But when you have to think about it, it's like, oh,
I do
right.
like that deeper side of things. It's just what the show's named after, Deep in the Den.
Deep in the
Um,
den, man. We're trying to get deep into
exactly, deep into the
the
mind,
mind, bro.
into the den.
Deep in
Right,
the mind.
moving on from short films, we got TV.
Mm,
Massive part, obviously, especially lately. We got
major.
Bulletproof, Doctors, Wild Geese. Tell me about them.
Crazy. Um, I'll start with Wild Geese. Wild Geese was it was a short film that got put onto BBC Two, which is
Yeah.
nuts. Absolutely nuts.
So did that
Because
work out? Did you upload it onto the internet and then they picked it up and was like, yo, can we?
well, it was like how did Wild Geese come about? Um, so it's for this like I want to say show, no, company called Iris Prize,
Yeah,
and Iris Prize make LGBT uh films.
yeah.
So we filmed it. I think this was 2017. We done that. I think
Mm,
maybe 18, 17, 18, 17, 2017. We filmed it in 2017, and it was like, yo, like this is this is mad,
yeah,
and I think they had a deal with the BBC of like, we're gonna put this up here after it's done, because it's like, it represents uh a part of society that isn't really highlighted.
yeah. Of
I
course it
think
is.
especially like 3 years ago, it wasn't really that kind of a thing. It was at the forefront, but it wasn't like there as much. So then, yeah, that was a little nice little role. I did that with my bro Dom James, who's like one of the most talented people I know, which is sick. Which is sick. It was nice. It was nice to have him there. And but yeah, that's about, again, it's about a girl who loses a memory,
Mm,
and she goes back to the school to find her high school lover
yeah,
after she finds out that her husband is gay. Because what happens is she walks in on her husband,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she walks in on her husband doing
Doing the thing.
another guy doing a thing, and then she falls down the stairs, she loses her memory, and then she goes off to high school to find her old lover, who's a girl,
Yeah,
which is mad. It's crazy. But yeah, that Wild Geese is sick. That's written by Katie Llewellyn, who wrote In My Skin as well. So she's sick. She's talented.
he's doing bits
Um,
as well.
oh, she's done bits, bro. She won a BAFTA,
Is it?
bro. She won a BAFTA Camry.
I
I
need
think
to get
she,
her on the show as well.
bro. I think she's won like, I want to say she's won four.
That's nuts.
I
Well, you
want
can
to.
see it in the work that she does. She deserves them.
Oh, bro, her work is crazy. Her work is crazy. Absolutely
Definitely deserves
crazy.
it. What was
Yeah.
the transition like from
Mm.
short films to TV, like production wise?
More people on set.
Is that it?
Yeah, yeah. It's more people on set, and things are kind of like quicker with TV.
Just like
So
snappy, get shit done. Because normally
yeah,
with like TV, especially, they have like a time frame, don't they? Whereas
they do.
with short films, you just they're independent. You're doing whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
bro. Like when I did Doctors first, I thought, okay, because obviously all I knew was short films
Yeah.
and doing commercials.
Mm.
Uh, they were like, okay, we got 3 takes. I was like, 3 takes?
Mad.
We just jumped straight into it as well.
Yeah.
There's no rehearsal. You just go straight into it. But luckily, I was staying at the same place with my uh co-star on Doctors, so we rehearsed beforehand and at the
Yeah.
hotel and all that stuff. But it was mad because I was like, "What?" I was like, "Right, we're jumping straight in, are we?"
Mm.
They're like, "Yeah, get in position." I'm like, "All right, cool." So like,
Right.
you just have to be like zoned in from the moment that you're
Straight away.
there.
Yeah.
Maybe even before you even arrive on set. I think what I learned from Doctors as well is that, like, yo, it this ain't a joke.
No.
It's
This
not a
is
joke.
TV. This is big boy
This is
stuff.
TV. This is on the main channel the channel that everyone has on their television.
Mm,
I was like, this is not a joke. Like you need
that's not
it's like boom, you have
because
to zone in and
a
focus.
lot of actors with TV, they stay in character, don't they, during the whole thing, just so they don't
Mm,
have to switch out, switch on. They just stay in character.
yeah, bro. Like I had to do that. I had to get into that zone
Mm,
of doing that because I realized that I was like, at the end of the day, what I'm doing is art. I'm creating art by doing this, and if you want it to last long, you have to give the
give it your
essentially
all.
give it your all, bro.
Yeah,
Commit, literally commit. And if it's it was mad. It was a mad experience because that was something in that moment I knew I had to just basically fix up, pattern up. Like I needed
yeah.
to like like yo get your shit together now,
Take your head on. Yeah,
right here, right now.
exactly.
But yeah, but Doctors was sick. Well, because like I filmed that in Birmingham, which is sick, and that story is about a refugee who hides in someone's car Rotterdam,
Mm.
from Rotterdam to here, and then he ends up breaking his leg and ends up in the
In
hospital,
the hospital, yeah. When
as
you
you
have that
know.
conversation, that monologue with your
Yeah,
co-star, that
man.
was a really, really good monologue. That was.
Thank you, bro. It was tough
Mm,
because I had to imagine it because it's not something I've experienced, but I had to imagine a similar feeling and put myself in those shoes of what that feels like. And yeah, it was tough, but it was a beautiful story,
yeah,
which
because
was nice.
I think your co-star he says something along the lines of, if I remember correctly, he says like
Mhm.
you didn't break your leg and walk all this way to die, and
Mm,
that is huge. Like if you deep it, like you may not have broken your leg, but did you come this far to give up, sort of thing. That's exactly what he's saying, and
literally,
that's massive. That whoever come
literally,
up with
bro.
that line is a genius.
Innit? Shout out to the writers of Doctors, man.
Smashed it.
It was sick. And like the thing about with L, which is who's his name, he he gave me something different every time to bounce off, which was sick. Which meant we kept it fresh all the
Yeah,
time.
that's
We were
exactly what you need.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I love that because it was he gave me something. I was like, all right, cool. Let me give you this now. And I remember
Yeah,
he'd be like, he looked at me strange one time when we were doing the take. He was like, right, and but he stayed in character.
yeah.
Like he was still in the scene, but he looked at me and was like, yo, like that's not what we did, but okay, like we run with it.
I'll roll
And
with it.
I think it's just like it's beautiful, just playing scenes out like that and
Yeah.
running with it. But yeah, I think Doctors was again a sick experience and left me more hungry and wanting to do
Wanting
more,
more.
wanting more.
Mm.
And then Bulletproof, Bulletproof. You see that episode of Bulletproof is crazy to me, or especially my scene with Ashley Walters because the scene that's written on the script is not the scene that we did.
Is it?
No,
So you
w-
completely just went,
we we went with it. I remember coming onto the set and I remember looking at looking at the script like yo, I got okay, I'm gonna do this and this. But when I was there with him, everything changed. Just being in that moment, looking at him looking at me, it's like, nah, like, we're not, fuck the script.
yeah,
This is the scene. What we got going on here, this is the scene.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and he was like, I remember when we did the first rehearsal of it, because in the actual scene, I hand him the phone. I'm like, yo, take the phone. He gripped me up. He said, "What'd you do?" And he's a big guy, bro.
yeah. No,
He
I love that.
bro, he's
It's
big.
in that little alleyway, innit?
Yeah, bro. And obviously he had a fake gun as well. He was like, "Hold on a second." He literally gripped me, pushed me against the wall. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he put the gun to my head. Yeah, but obviously he's joking. He was
Oh yeah,
joking. He
yeah.
was joking. But I was like, I laughed out loud, but in my head I was like, "Yo, this guy is hench.
Yo, I'm scared, bro.
This guy can kill me. This guy can kill me." But nah, he's a blessed guy. He gave me such a beautiful opportunity, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Because
Obviously, he stars in stuff like Top Boy as well, doesn't he? And
mm,
yeah, I've
he
seen him in interviews. He's a completely different person. On Top Boy
different.
now, he's a hard guy. But
Mm,
in real life, he's a genuine man.
mm,
It's really good.
genuine. Like the first thing he said to me on set was like, "Do you like the food?" Do you know what it is? Like that's what I love. He and something that I've had to, you know, remind myself at the beginning of like, when I was coming into the industry is that these people that you see as celebrities are human. They're
Yeah, of
human,
course, yeah.
and you can't treat them any different.
No,
Once you put them on that pedestal, they could either take advantage of it or they just don't want to know you.
yeah.
So just treat them as human and like regular people.
Mm,
And him coming up to me saying, "Yo, what do you think of the food?" I was like, "Oh, it's all right." And I just made me think, "Wow, this guy's just as normal as me."
yeah,
It's like, and then we start talking about music and stuff and what he thinks of the music scene of what it is now, and just yeah, he's just like a regular guy and who has a family and kids. It's just
yeah,
like yeah, it was nice to have that, and I think that played a part into what we did with the scene as well. So
yeah.
yeah, it was sick. It was sick.
Well, that leads perfectly into the next question, which is how much input are you allowed to give on TV? Because obviously, with your short films, you can give as much as you really like.
Yeah.
Is there like a set amount, or do they sort of
Uh,
cap lock you on certain things?
no, I think the freedom's there. There's more freedom than I think you think. I think especially if you communicate the idea of yo, can I try it this way?
Yeah,
Because if you do that, I think it's a side that maybe they haven't thought. But if they have thought of it and they're like, maybe like not on this one, but maybe on another scene we can try it differently and do this and that.
yeah,
Uh, it's about having that, I think, that open dialogue with the people who you work with and just letting them know who you are. Because if you don't, you kind of just you're given someone's idea, you know, because you don't have that you. There's not you
yeah.
in that
That's just
scene or in
someone
that
written
moment.
on a script sort of thing.
Someone written in that script and you just done it.
Yeah,
Anyone can do that. Literally anyone could do that. So it's about what you can bring into yourself and asking those questions like, yo, like, can I do that? Or if not, let me try it once this way and see how it looks. It's about having that. And I think I I've been pushing that agenda for a while
yeah.
to do that, just so that people know I'm not a pushover.
I was about to say
But
it gives you a lot of respect as well in the industry,
yeah,
doesn't it?
man, I'm very like I said, I'm very easy to work with. I'm open. I'm kind. I'm a nice person.
Mm,
But it's like I'm not gonna be your idea.
yeah. You're gonna
I'm
put
me.
your own spice, your
I'll
own
put my own
sauce,
yeah, my own little flavor, my little flavor there.
you're
You
the
know?
the Gabin official.
Yeah, man. Gavin official, Gavin special, all of it.
Well,
But
here we
yeah,
go. All right, here's a question off the books.
mm,
If you, yeah, Gabin, was a
mm,
sauce, what would you be?
oh, what sauce, bro? I'd have to say bro. What, a sauce that already exists?
What? Or it could be a made up one, bro. It could be a mix.
Bro, you know what I think, no, I'm sweet chili.
Is it?
I'm sweet chili, bro.
That's a good sauce.
It's a good sauce, isn't it? It's a good
I
sauce.
don't know what I'd be, bro. I'd just say mayo, but like I ain't
Whoa.
that boring.
Do you know what you are? You're spicy mayo, bro.
Yo, what?
You're
Uh,
spicy mayo, bro.
Spicy mayo. I like that. Okay, it's a tasty
Have you had ha-
sauce. Of
have you had
course, I've had
spicy mayo?
spicy mayo. Peronaise,
Bro,
man.
Peronaise, bro.
Trust
Ah,
me, it's
bro.
banging.
It's beautiful, bro. Peronaise is like is like the best. It's in my top three. I don't know
That's
where in the
nuts.
top three, but it's in my top three.
Top three. Talking about a little bit of fire, a little bit of spice. We're gonna
Yeah.
move on to your music. So
Okay.
obviously you got your freestyles with Stars Officials. You got the new
Crazy.
track that I played at the beginning of today's show, Toxic Energy.
Mad.
What's that like?
Man, do you want me to be like the me I just do music for fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do enjoy it though very, very much. Like music's like it's a big part of my life. Like
Yeah,
I listen to music every day. I'm always looking for new music, new artists to find and just tap into all of that. But recently I've just realized I need to have fun with it again, man.
yeah,
It came to a point where, especially in the past, like when I first started out and uh a tune I did called Pasta came out. when it started to begin to feel like, it's a chore. I didn't enjoy making music. So I kind of had to fall back in love with the creation and the process of it all, which was it was tough. It's mad. But now I've tapped into new energies and I'm finding out what I really, really, really like because I think where I've seen a lot of people drop music just for dropping music, not because they wanted to, because they felt like they needed to drop it
Yeah,
there and then. And that's not what I want to do. I want to drop it because oh, this is the right time for me to drop
yeah.
music, and this is where I'm at currently, and all of that. Toxic Energy is, that's a good tune. That's
I've
Anwar's
been
tune.
playing it all over the week, bro. It slaps.
Really,
I love
man.
it. It is so good.
Thank you, bro. I'm glad you like it.
I
If
fucking love it, bro. It's just
oh
it's not too like it's not too in your face. You could just leave it on the background. It's vibe. It's 1
yeah,
a.m. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Tell me when you pour
Yeah,
it
bro.
up.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not sick on that, bro. Like how that came about. You know, we were in the Bay. Um, not when everyone else was in the Bay. You know,
Yeah.
when the Bay went off. Not
Mm.
not then. Not then. Clearing my name. um, but now we were in the Bay. He was like, "Yo, bro, like, yo, what you doing after this?" I was like, "Bro, like, I'm here, innit?" Like, I was like, I'm home now."
You're
Because
home. Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
I was away. I was like, "I'm home now." So I got time. She's like, "Yo, bro, come man, we'll go studio. We'll make a tune." And he had this. He had that the chorus done. I was like, this is hard. Let's run with it. Like
Mm.
let's figure out ideas." And then we did it same night, and it was done. It was done there and then. And then now it's out, which is mad. So this was literally
So
like a
good.
couple months ago. So it's quite fresh, which is sick. But yeah, going back to like music and how where I'm at with it now, there's a lot. I have a lot of music that's like just there, and
Yeah.
I'm still making now. That I'm running with a lot of ideas. I'm working with my my brother Roman Yassin
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
yeah. I've
couple
heard this
stuff.
music. Yeah, I got him.
Bro, he's cold.
Mm.
If he's tuning into this, I'm not sure if he is or not, but
Bro, he's in
still,
my media class.
swear,
Yeah, I used to chill with him in college, but well, I didn't used to chill with him in college. He was in my media class. I was in a product not a
yeah,
production, but I filmed shit with him. It was a good time.
crazy,
Yeah, he used to
bro.
tell me.
He's talented, bro.
Oh yeah, I've
He's
heard his
very
music,
talented.
man. It's high quality stuff.
Mm.
Bro, it's one of his songs. Has got that bar in it. It's like, oh fuck, what's it go like? Something about Brexit, bro, and it just
Yeah, 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 yeah,
slaps. It's so good.
yeah, bro,
It's so
man.
good.
That's in Hit Boy.
Yeah,
I
Hit
think
Boy.
it's
Yeah, Hit Boy.
Hit
Yeah, yeah.
Boy. I'm the one you wanna be. Oh,
It
that's
is a good. It's
cold.
a good
Hit
tune.
Boy's a
It's cold.
tune.
It's
It's a
cold.
tune. It's a tune. But yeah, yeah, like me and him are working on a couple stuff. Like he's got a project coming out as well real soon, which is beautiful because I've been a part of like kind of his
Yeah,
creative process, which has kind of inspired me to do more. But yeah, the music's coming. It's just a matter of time and how I feel.
drops
I,
when it
I
drops.
It drops and it drops, and also I feel like a lot of people forget that you need to live and experience stuff to drop music.
Mm,
What are you gonna write about? I'm not gonna
exactly.
write about anything. I'm not gonna talk about fucking bitches and getting money because that's not my
Mm.
life.
Because Gabin don't
Maybe
do that.
I don't do that. Maybe
Ah,
getting money. Okay, like I make money, but like obviously not like I'm not on the street there
mm,
left on every corner.
yeah,
No, that's not me. That's
it's not
not
you,
what I
man.
want to be putting out into the world.
That's what I
So
mean. I personally like, especially with the artists we've had on the show so far. Their
mm,
music is very real, very raw, and that's what I like, and that's
yeah,
mainly why I've interviewed them. Because
for
I like
sure.
to know the story behind the music, and if there is no story behind the music, it doesn't really
Mm.
interest me. But
Bro, if there's no substance in it, what is it? Like,
then what
what
is
is
it?
this?
It's like
It's just
six
noise,
nine,
bro.
bro. What's 6 9's tunes? They're mad,
They're
but it's whatever.
nuts.
They're nuts. It's
But you
just
see,
nuts, man.
bro, but you see with 6ix9ine though. Obviously, I do not like his music. I do not condone 6ix9ine in any sort of way. But what I rate him in a way is his business side
Oh yeah,
of
he's
how
capitalized the fuck out of it.
he's capitalized the fuck out of it, bro. I rate him for that.
Mm.
Even though now his album flopped, even though they didn't
Oh
want
yeah,
him to win, it's still like, yo, he it's nuts to say
Mm,
he will always be relevant. The next time you hear about 6ix9ine, it's of course he'll do some dumb shit, bro.
probably, yeah.
And that's how he reels you in. It's
Yeah,
like, hey, I'm doing some dumb shit. Come look at me. All of a sudden, everyone's talking about it.
exactly. And
It
he's,
works,
he's
bro.
top of the news. You know what I mean?
Literally, bro. Literally.
But my first question on the
Yeah.
music, it's
hmm
this one I've put in capital letters. Is there anything you don't do
With music.
with anything, bro? Like you said, you're a poet, you're an actor, you're a musician, you even do football, bro. What don't
Ah,
you do?
what don't I do?
Yeah,
Bro, like I don't. Do you want me to be real?
go
And
on.
this is something that I want to tap into so bad. I want to learn how to like cook properly. I
Yes.
want to make up big boy meals,
What
bro.
what's the dish that you're aiming for? What's the one dish that you want to
Bro,
cook?
like I just love Caribbean dishes a lot. So like I just want to make like a proper Caribbean meal, like jerk chicken, rice and peas, plantain, like all of that, like with a little bit of sweet chili on top as well. Oh,
Ooh.
bro, I
What about
that's
the
what I want to do.
Peronese, bro? Where's that going?
The Peronese is there for the chips. If we make
Yes.
chips, if we make them, the Peronese
Good
is
shit,
there.
bro.
But
I'm
yeah,
there,
no,
bro. I'm there in the background. It's all chilling.
it's all chilling, bro. You have some. But no, like I really want to learn how to cook, bro, like properly.
It is a good quality
Uh,
to have.
it's a great. It takes you far.
Oh yeah, of course it
Takes
does.
you so far. That's
I'd love to be. I'm okay at cooking. I can cook like your
mm,
Italian dishes, bro. I'm
yeah.
nowhere near Caribbean level. That's just fucking. That's
See, this is
too
what I
far
mean.
in the future for me. That's nuts.
You can do it if you put your mind to it.
Oh
Plus,
yeah, if I put my mind to it, but I've never had carrot. I would love to try like jerk chicken and all. I'd love to try it.
bro, I think you love it. Do you like spice?
I am a massive spice goer. I
You're a
love
spice
spice.
fan.
Oh yeah, massive.
Beautiful, bro. You'd love it. You'd love it. It's because it just has that look. Do you know what it is? It's a creeper kick.
Mm,
It's a creeper kick. So like you taste it, you're like, oh mad, like, and then all of a sudden you feel it in your gums. You're like, what is this heat that's coming out of my mouth? Like
yeah.
it's crazy. But it's yeah, nah, jerk chicken is like the best. It's the best.
I,
The best place that I'd say to get it from. I can't believe I'm plugging it. No, actually I can't believe I'm plugging it. In the city, there's like two places that I'd say.
you know
Three.
I'm writing it down. Go on.
Bro, you have to. There's Irish Shack, which is in Cathays, which is good.
Yeah,
Um, there's the Caribbean Way, which is on off Dumbles Road, which is really good. Uh, and then there's Turtle Bay, which is like quite. It's a more, if I'm being real, it's a gentrified version of it all,
yeah.
but it's still good. It still
Still
tastes nice.
slaps.
Oh, still bangs, bro. I'd demolish it. Demolish the food
That's
easily.
nuts.
But yeah.
Bro, well, going off food for a little bit. What is
Mm.
with music? I know you've talked about like you like to put your own stories and stuff into your music. What
Uh-huh.
is your creative process in your lyrics and in your beats?
Man, bro, I think it's different each time.
Mm,
There's like uh I'd say probably like the regular process like during these conditions is finding a beat or whether a beat's been sent to me on
yeah,
YouTube or something or a producer sent me a beat and just hearing a beat and not even saying words, but just like figuring out the flow, how to
yeah,
flow on it. So it's more time it could be gibberish coming out. So it could be like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like it could be anything, do you know
And
what I
then you
mean?
fit
It
the
could,
words to that flow.
and then you find the words and actually feel it out. But
Yeah,
sometimes the words could just come and it's
yeah,
just like speaking in tongues or whatever they call it, just like it just comes out.
yeah.
It's like a verbal diarrhea. And which is mostly like the magical moments. Like
Mm,
I love that when that happens because it's freestyling, really, isn't it? So
yeah,
um, yeah, it's like, it changes each time. Sometimes I need to go away off the beat for a little bit of time and
yeah.
write to silence and come back to the beat, see if it fits. It's yeah, there's so many different ways about going about making a tune, which is what I love really.
Mm,
My voice notes are literally full of probably me humming melodies and flows, trying to
yeah.
figure out what works, what doesn't work, and yeah, it's loads in there.
That's nuts. What's it like?
Yeah.
Because I've seen on your Instagram as well. What's it like
Hmm.
having your music played in a club?
Surreal. It's kind of surreal because it's like I have a song right that called Novels, which is
Mm,
not out. But every time I used to perform it, the reception, the energy's crazy,
yeah,
and so I did a show with a couple of my friends, uh, and I performed Novels, and there's people saying the lyrics back to me. I'm thinking how, I'm thinking how the song's not out.
yeah,
Like the song is not out, and it's nuts. Just having that energy, and everyone's going wild, like they're going crazy, bro. It's like, yo, this is mad. I think, and it's like, it's such a surreal feeling because it's like, yo, people can, you know, they vibe with this, they
yeah.
rock with this. It's not just me in my head about this, which is nuts. But yeah, I enjoy hearing it. Pardon me.
All good.
I had a burp. I had a burp when I talked at the same time. But yeah, I enjoy hearing it because it's kind of surreal because you kind of look at what other people how they're reacting to it, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Just it's sort of different, is
Mm,
like seeing numbers on a screen and then
mm,
seeing about 50 people in real life jumping,
mm,
putting their hands up to your song. That
yeah,
I'd love to feel that sort of emotion one day.
bro. Do you want me to be real?
Go on.
This that You see that feeling you described right there
Yeah.
was the reason one of the reasons why I started music because I remember I watched Travis Scott online. He was performing Butterfly Effect.
Mm.
I remember looking at him, bro. I was like, he has the crowd in in sync. Like
Yeah.
the crowd, like that's him. He's got them in a trance, in like a massive trance. And
It's
I
beautiful.
remember beautiful, bro. I remember looking at that. I want that.
Mm.
I want that. And I think maybe a month after, I made that tune, Novels, which is kind of like really hype and just like yo, like it's like da 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 da
Yeah.
da 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 da. It's like you all get gas to it. So it's like yo, when I had that, I was like yo, this is sick. But I really it's I think now that I've had it on small scale, I'd love to take it on a bigger scale and just see how far it can go.
Shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon, man, the stars.
Shoot for like what was it that our first guest JJ said something about shoot for the moon and land on a cloud. It was nuts what he said. Like the story behind it was that it's like you can shoot for the
Yeah,
moon, and if you don't hit the moon, you can land on a cloud and just be chilling. It was just it
crazy.
was nuts. It was nuts what he said. But
That's crazy. I've heard the one. It's like I think it's shoot for the moon, aim for the stars,
yeah, it's sort of the
something
same
like that.
vibe. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
same
mad. It's
thing.
mad. But going
That's
on to
I
the
think yeah.
big point that you're here to talk about today, the new movie.
Mm,
Against all odds with legends like Jammer, DWE, Grime Grand, yeah.
yeah,
What the fuck
yeah.
is that like?
Oh, bro, it's nuts. No, it was crazy experience. Again, they put open auditions out right on Instagram,
Yeah.
and I remember being at uni. I was like, yo, I'm doing this. Like, I'm going to do this. And
Mm,
then I remember what happened? I think I was in Coventry shooting like a little another short film that I did,
yeah.
and I got the email saying, "Oh, like, can you come and film this the tape,
Yeah.
film a tape for this role?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "It's whatever." And I remember 2 days before I was supposed to send in the tape, I get an email from them saying, "Hey, can you actually come in and audition instead?" And
Mad.
I was like, yo, okay then. I was like, this is mad. I was like, this is mad. So I remember being in this place in South London in North Greenwich, like that area, like deep in South London,
Yeah.
and just being in this like building that's like quite sketchy. I won't lie. I was thinking, I was like, yo, I was like, am I supposed to be here? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but no, and then I remember just being there and like being kind of nervous because there were people outside talking to each other. You know, they're getting to know each other, or they.
Yeah.
I think London's such a is obviously it's a big city, but a lot of people know each other because they know this person and this person and this person. So I remember just being like, wow, like I'm from Cardiff, like no, I don't really know no one here
Yeah.
like that. And but I always take that with a positive though.
Yeah, of course, you're different.
Yeah, man, I'm
You're
different
built
to these
different.
guys, built different, bro, and I act different to these guys. So I
Yeah.
remember just having to take that positive with me. And then I remember going into the audition. I remember looking at like seeing Femi and Nikki, the directors. I was like, yo, this is mad. This is mad. And I remember, so we did the scene now, and they were like, they're like, you're not relaxed. But they're like, do a shake or something. Relax yourself. Be relaxed. I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
Loosen the shoulders.
I was like, loosen short, but I was tense though because I was like, yo, I
Of
can't. I
course,
was like,
man.
yo, I
Yeah.
need to get this right, you know, or just do something, leave some sort of impression. But then, you know, they made us do an improvised scene, and they were like, "Yo," I remember Femi said to me like, "Yo, you're an actor, you know." I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, man, thanks." He was like, he's like, he looked at me, he's like, "What have you done? Like, what have you done? Like, you're sick. You like, what have you done?" Um,
She should
and
have
I
just
was,
like, yeah, I was on that Virgin advert.
oh, bro, I was like, oh, like I've just done a direct line advert. At the
Mm,
time, I did doctors, but I didn't say it.
true, yeah,
I didn't say it. I was like, oh, you know, that's just done adverts, and I'm still at uni
yeah.
at the moment. I lied about my age as well because in the thing they said we want people who are 16 to 19-year olds.
Yeah.
But I genuinely thought they meant that age,
Yeah.
like literally. But obviously it's playing age and
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
look and how young you can look. But yeah. And then I remember leaving thinking like, oh, okay, that went all right. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens. Whatever happens is not in my hands anymore. You
Yeah.
know, it's the universe to decide whether I get it or not.
Yeah.
And then so I went back to Birmingham that the same day, and then after that, I think when I was leaving Birmingham 2 days after, I'm on the train back to Surrey to go back to uni. I get a phone call saying, "Yo, you got the role. We're pleased to give you the role."
How does that feel?
Now, guess what happened after? Guess
Go
what
on.
happened after? Because I was on the train, the phone cut because of the signal.
No.
I was like, fuck. So every time, bro, I get a call. I'm on the I'm on
You're on
some
a
sort of transport.
plane, fucking
I'm on a plane.
nah.
I'm on a plane. I'm at an airport, or I'm on the train. It's like I was like mad. I was like, this is nuts. I was like, this is crazy. Like this is big. Like this,
Yeah.
because I knew at the time I got the role. I knew what this meant, and
Yeah.
because I knew like these guys don't do small films.
No.
They don't. They don't. Like they got a film on two films on Netflix called The
Yeah.
Intent and The Intent 2.
Mm.
I was like, this is nuts. Like these guys don't do small films. So I was like, yo, like this is mad. But over the past year, obviously meeting people like, you know, Jammer, who's like just big ball of energy, real guy, real guy, DEE. Meeting like people like my boy Nico, who plays the main character active,
Yeah.
uh Ty Ty Logan as well, who's also a main character as well. It's just nuts.
Mm.
It's nuts, and it's you know we got on so well. And again, you know, I was meeting people who I've watched for a long time, listened to their music for a long time,
Yeah.
and actually meeting them was like, yo, this is crazy. And becoming friends with them, I could even say,
Mm. Yeah, I've
is
seen you on Instagram with Jared, man. You just
bro, we were
waffling, man.
just jamming, we were
It is, yeah.
vibing.
It's just
Oh,
chilling.
bro, that was literally last week. Cause so I had to leave. I had to leave Wales to go and film. So we were doing like promo
Yeah, yeah.
for the film prior to when it comes on. So we are doing a couple interviews, and it was mad. Like you know, Jam was there vibing. just enjoying each other's presence and energy. But yeah, in terms of like the film and like what's this about, it's like, it's about a young MC who's trying to battle his way between, school and life and what he wants to do and take MCing as a solid career. And it's a beautiful journey of that. And he has his friends like me, Yems, who I play his manager, aka his best friend,
Yeah.
kind of has his shit together,
Yeah.
kind of guy. um, again, thinking logically,
Yeah.
kind of guy. So it's a beautiful story, and I don't know whether I'm letting on too much by saying what happens after is even madder.
Yeah.
After this film is even madder, but
You
we'll
gotta
see.
watch it.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it and see what
When's
these
it
are
coming
people.
out and where can we watch it?
Well, it is coming out on November the 13th.
That's in what,
So
like 2 weeks?
less than 2 weeks, man.
Jeez.
Less than 2 weeks.
I'm so gassed for this film, trust me.
Man, it's nuts, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's gonna be on Channel U, which is coming back, which is a channel where grime basically, I wouldn't say originated on, but it was streamed on a
Yeah.
well, put on a mainstream platform on TV, like broadcast, like on a broadcasting level.
Mm.
Um, like that was the hub of it all. That's where N Dubs like started. That's where Boy Better Know started. That's where Big Nasty, like all these people started off.
Yeah.
They started off from that channel. Gigs, I could go on. All of them started from Channel U, and they realized the importance of it as well. So it's sick to be bringing this channel back, but it's only coming back for the one day. But still,
It's all good.
that's
It's
that's
still got
that's a
it's
madness,
got that history with the channel as well, which is
man. Literally, even in when when I went to London the other day and talking about it, they were like, "Yo," one of the producers came up to me and said, "You're part of history, right?"
mm.
I remember just I had to let that one sit with me for a while because I was like, "This is mad,"
What's this mad?
like it's crazy, bro. Because like I think especially again, like I talk about it in the interview in there where it's like I come from a city where you know not much is happening, and when it does happen, you get looked down upon a lot.
Yeah.
And I bigged up people like Mace in my interview, Mace the Great, who I think is a legend in Cardiff, bro. When it comes to music, I think he's like next level.
Yeah, I've
But
heard a couple of his tunes.
bro, he lives in Splot,
Yeah, no, I know.
local.
I've heard. Who was he on the tune with? He's talking about fuck. This is like 2 years ago though. I forget what it was. It's literally on my playlist. It comes
Is
on
it
every.
is it the one with tracks or is it the one with Manga Saint Hilaire? That
I don't
one.
know the one where he's talking about the park down the road, Moreland Park,
Spl-
getting dizzy with.
Yeah,
Uh,
tracks.
it
Yeah,
tracks. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's the
yeah.
one.
It's one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the tracks. Yeah, yeah. Morning Park with the jazz. Yeah,
yeah.
with
That's
the
the one, bro.
jazzy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's funny. He's a joke, man. I love that guy, man. But yeah, yeah. I was just talking about how important it is, not only just for the scene there, but how important it is for me coming from Wales and
Absolutely. Yeah.
the history behind that. Do you know how like how many people actually got on Channel U from Wales? I don't know.
I
You know?
probably very little.
Yeah, that's exactly. So it's mad, bro. It's mad, but yeah, it's a nice reminder to know that you know that I guess that the work is paying off.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
grind,
It is
the
paying off,
hours,
bro. You're shooting for the stars, man. Like you said, you are
man.
doing bits. You are doing bits.
Trying, I'm trying, man. I'm
And this goes
trying, I'm
on like
trying.
obviously the movie massive, and like we can all
Hmm.
can't wait for the movie. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna catapult your career massively. But I want to go on to
Thank
the
you,
last
bro.
topic, which to me
Yeah.
personally is the biggest, and it
Uh huh.
is your role in the BLM protests.
Yeah.
Obviously, going back to you're a very prominent part. Tell me about that. What's that? What does that mean to you?
Man, do you know what it is? It was even now, I'm still very, very, very passionate about it. It's something that is at the forefront of my mind a lot. And but that period of time where it was at the height,
Yeah.
it was I can't describe that feeling because it felt like everything that I felt all my life was being aired out.
Yeah.
Everything,
Mm.
everything. I'm seeing people say like, oh, you know, all these little microaggressions that have been said to me. I was like, right, what happened to you as well?
Yeah.
It was nuts, but it's a big factor in my life, and it's something that I'm taking into account, and I'm trying to put that into my work. And with the stuff I have coming now, I've got a poem that I've written
Mm.
that is that I'm gonna film, gonna shoot, and I'm gonna drop that whenever it's ready to drop.
And where can we find
Um,
that?
oh well, this is the thing. This is the thing I have to keep under wraps.
Ah.
Where it drops and how it drops is
We'll find out.
we'll find out. You'll see. But it's something that is very powerful again, and it's something that's really sick. But in terms of like what was happening in June and July, May, June, July, those months, it was something that I realized like, yo, there's so many people here that they're not scared, but they don't want to use their voice,
No.
to speak about these things. So I was like, let me do it. Like I
Yeah.
kind of was like, I have a platform. I feel like I have such an engaging like social media. Like I'm quite engaged. I engage a lot in it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I have a platform. Let me utilize this. I need to do this. So when it came to the protest, I had no intention to speak
Mm.
whatsoever. I had no intention to speak. I kind of just um went with what I felt in that moment, and
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna go up and whatever comes out comes out.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out comes out, and that was like very moving for me, and because I I guess it wasn't me who was up there. It
Mm.
was another version of me,
Of course it was
you
you,
know,
man. It was just all the shit that you've kept in over the years,
kept
and
in for years, man. But yeah, I I just hope that it's something that people haven't forgotten about because it was such a pivotal part of this year.
yeah.
And I've kind of taken a little step back from the forefront of it all
Yeah.
in terms of actively speaking
Oh yeah.
about
Yeah.
it because I realized that one, it sounds mad to say, but I think this is genuinely the truth.
Mm.
Petitions can only do so much,
Yeah.
if anything, very little,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It's nice. It's so nice. Like sick, your petition's there.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate it in a way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's like what what I think really is what are you actively doing in
Yeah.
your life to change the way you see things, the way you speak and all of that, So I was like, nah, like, I'm gonna take a step back and actively do it to the people in my life because
Yeah.
how it works is small scale, and then your
And then it
influence
goes
will
on.
influence, yeah,
Yeah.
your influence will influence someone else. Your influence, and then it carries on.
That's exactly what I did. Like my girlfriend who's in the chat right now, Georgia. Um,
Hello, Georgia.
she's taught me a massive thing, which is me.
Mhm.
Especially like before I started doing my social media stuff, I was a very aggressive person online. Like if I saw
Mm.
someone was doing something that I'd argue with them. But what Georgia has
Mm.
taught me is don't argue, educate. So with
Mm.
this whole BLM stuff, I don't go posting petitions on my story or anything like that. But if I
Mm.
do see a comment on like if it's even my family member or someone I don't even know, I'll
Yeah.
take the time to sit there and educate. If they're not willing to educate, block them. Get them out of your life. You don't need those people.
Welcome. Literally, bro. Honestly,
Mm,
literally, it's like you just don't need that.
you don't. And
It's
if they are willing to be educated, then sit there and
mm.
educate them,
Sit
which
there and
is
educate them.
which is what
Chat to
everyone
them.
needs to do. Yeah,
Facts. Honestly, I think that's the best outlet to have
yeah,
because, bro, like it sounds again, it's crazy to say, but you need people. You do. How what I realized that you do need racist people in the world to figure out that yo, fuck that. I need to stay away from you.
yeah.
You need bad people in the world to figure out that
There's
I'm a
always
good
going to
to
be
know that
bad people in the world.
there always will be, bro. and you need to have, I guess, that the devil's advocate to
Mm.
something. You need that there
What
to
should do?
realize that, to think about, oh, should I do that? Am I
Mm.
like that, or am I
Yeah.
on the other side of this?
Keeps you morally
You
balanced.
literally, literally, and you will come across them. And I feel like something that I've learnt this year is that it can even people that you deem as friends.
Yeah, yeah. The same things happened to me, bro.
Bro,
I've
lost
spoke
so
about
many
it
friends.
extensively on this show. Like I had a group of
Yeah.
friends, and they were
Mm,
and I just had to go. I had to leave, and I like even if that
mm,
at the time me meant I had no friends,
mm.
it didn't matter to me because I was out of a toxic situation, and now I'm
Yes.
better in myself.
Yes, bro. Literally. I'm glad. Because that's the most important thing, that you wanna better yourself.
Of course it
You
is.
wanna you wanna be happy within yourself,
Yeah,
not trying to make other people happy, bro.
it's all
Like,
about number
because
one.
literally, number one is that you, bro. Because how I see it is that, at the end of the day, it's your life and it's you in that coffin. You're not it's not you, or cremation,
Yeah,
whatever,
it's not
however
you
you
and the
wanna.
boys in a coffin. It's you.
It's you. It's just you.
Yeah,
So I genuinely believe that, like, yeah, you got, one, live for yourself and do decisions that will make you happy, and
yeah,
long term or short term, whatever. You gotta do it. It
absolutely.
has to be done.
I just
So
wanted, just I brought that up because I have massive, massive respect for what you do, especially with like you
thank
said,
you,
being in
bro.
a BLM protest. Your clips online, social media presence is massive. But
Yeah,
going on to one of the two last questions that we have for you today,
yeah.
do you have any advice for someone like myself who used to want to become an actor, but obviously it flopped for him, and now he's on Twitch doing
Bro,
interviews?
now I have advice for that straight away.
Go on.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot. There's a lot of things that really play a part in it. I genuinely think, it's never too late. It's about finding that love for it again. The passion of enjoying acting and creating that environment, and confidence as well,
Yeah.
and self-belief. It's just about having that. I always, even though I'm wholeheartedly, I am one of the worst repliers in the world.
Oh, bro, I know.
I am one of the, like, I can admit that I'm
Yeah.
one of the worst repliers in the world. And it's like I I think I do this thing where I I commit to a conversation,
Mm.
but then I've also committed to another thing that I d my head's
Get
everywhere
distracted easy.
so easily, and it's a flaw that I have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I really wanna help people. Like, I generally do say it because they are open. My DMs are open to talk about these things. If you really want to talk about your career and what you think, and how can I, get myself back up again, and
Yeah.
what can I do? Let's talk about it. Let's think. Let's get our minds together and see how I can help you or how you can help yourself. Do you
Yeah,
know
and
what I
that's an
mean?
amazing selfless thing.
Yeah, bro. Like, do you know what it is? It's because, in a way, I don't want to say no one helped me,
Mm.
but no one really helped me like that. So I'd love
Yeah.
to do that for others, and just, help them, succeed, because there's no better feeling than seeing people that or
It's
you
an
know you helped on
amazing
their journey.
feeling. It's an amazing
Amazing
feeling.
feeling, bro.
That's
Or
why,
you
like we've touched on in the show. I don't get
mm,
why people want to bring you down, want to see you fall, bro. If we all just
bro, it's
picked each other
terrible.
up, we'd be up in the clouds, man.
Oh, literally, bro. We need to support each other, right? Help each other rise, and I feel like that's just the direction we need to be in more of the
Absolutely.
time.
And if it's not a
'Cause-
career, it's mental health.
oh, bro, facts. That's another thing that I'm kind of, when I say kind of, I'm really passionate about, because I did a campaign for Mind about mental health
Yeah.
this year, which was very touching, because I discovered a lot about, um I guess, myself, that things that I kind of ignored for a long time, that I shouldn't have, that I had to really come to terms with.
Yeah.
in terms of like, how I suppress my feelings and how I didn't really um talk about them. But um since I kind of like I wouldn't say got over that, but I overcome that.
Yeah.
I've been more open and talking about these
Mm.
things, and I think it's taken me a while because I'd say it took me maybe 2 years to get to this point of
Yeah.
like wanting to talk about things so openly and
Mm.
just being who I am now, really.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, mental health is a big thing. I encourage all men to create an environment and a safe space, and women as well, and they and them and cisgender people to talk about these things and have an environment and a safe space where you feel like it's okay to express how you feel because your
Absolutely.
feelings are valid. And
Absolutely.
anyone who makes your
Everyone,
feel
like you said, everyone
mm,
in the world needs a place to talk about their emotions. There should be no one in this
100%.
earth. Like let's say Gabin come on today, and I was just like, I don't want you to talk about yourself. I want you to
Mm,
talk about, the
you.
productions, this, and this. But
Yeah.
that's what I want people to talk about them, what they've
Damn,
been
bro.
through, their minds.
Literally. Bro, like you see, bro, like honestly, it's like the I've gotten myself into some very shit situations.
Mm.
I think you might know of one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I've gotten myself into very shit situations where not only was I very damaging,
yeah,
but like me doing the damage, but I was damaged myself,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Of course.
And it played such a big part in my life that I didn't realize that I was essentially I was a toxic person.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that until I wanted to change and wanted
Yeah.
to live and be free, be a person that wasn't living a lie.
Mm.
And but when I had that mentality, it was just like I was I was just in a dark, very, very dark place of doing a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. I wasn't
Absolutely.
helping myself.
Yeah.
And it took a lot to come out of that. And I think, when I look back and I think, wow, you were once there, now you're here.
Mm.
It's doable,
You've grown.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you can yeah, you've grown, you can come out of these things and you've matured in a way.
And
So
it's a very unpopular opinion, but I think it's an opinion people need to be open minded about. Is
mm,
sometimes it takes something as bad like that to propel you, not just you, but other people.
bro, facts. No, facts. That's not even bro,
Absolutely.
that is a beautiful opinion.
Mm. Of
You do need I feel like most people learn or they grow from the worst
course they
things
do.
that
Yeah.
happen to them.
Yeah.
It should it like it will be the worst situation that could ever happen to you to take you to a better place.
Yeah.
You need to come from something. Like you can't I some people are just naturally, kind, beautiful, nice people. Some people have to work their way
Work
there.
their way
Do you
up
know what
there.
I
Yeah.
mean?
And if you're not there to help those people out, then why are you here? You know what I mean?
Why are you here? Literally,
Got to
literally.
help
But yeah,
everyone.
it's true. So true.
That's been a beautiful interview. But last, what can we
Mm.
expect from Gabin in the future?
A lot of honesty.
Yes.
um, a lot of honesty. A lot of projects
Yeah.
that will be everywhere,
Mm.
everywhere.
Putting Cardiff on the map.
Well, me and a bunch of people. But
Oh
do you
yeah,
know what? Do you know how I see it? Right? You know, I'm not trying to sound vain in any way when I say
bro, it's
this,
fine.
but like when I hope when people see my name, it's like it's not just me,
Yeah.
you know. Gavin Kongolo is a bunch of people
Mm.
because obviously it's me doing all this stuff, but there's a lot of people that helped me to get here
Yeah, it's the
and push
journey.
to push what I'm striving towards.
Yeah.
So like when like how I say it is like, when you say Gabin Kongolo, when you see Gabin Kongolo, think of Aaron. When
Yeah.
you think of Gabin Kongolo, think of Archons, think of Roman, think
Yeah.
of, all these guys because they push me.
Yeah.
The same way if you see their name, I'm pushing them. So
Yeah.
I'm them as well. It's like for you, it's like, when you see Pash Streams, you see Kofi.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
do
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's you see Georgia.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
know, it's like it's it's that, and that's how I see it. And it's like I just it, not in a vain way, not like there's
No,
any
no, bro.
little.
There's no
Do you know what
vain
I mean?
thing about that.
Yeah,
You're bringing people up with you, and that's exactly what we
yeah,
strive to do here on my show.
for
Bring
sure,
people up.
bro. 100%. It's needed. It's needed, and I think it's just an environment that I'm just trying to create. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, I hope you know as well that there's no empty words here as well when I
No, of
say this,
course.
bro.
This is
Hope you
like
know
you
you
said,
should
live and raw. This is
live
real.
raw, bro. No empty words. I mean it when I say, like, if bro, if you even wanted to talk about anything
Mm.
like that of any sort, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
open, and I will be a better replier. I promise.
It's all good,
Because
man.
right now, that's a big flaw that I have, and
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
It's all good. No,
I'm
that's as
working
long
on
as like that's what I mean. As long as people are working on things, that's all we can
it.
ask for. Bro, that's
That's
been
true.
an amazing interview. The chat
Thank you,
do
bro.
have some questions, if you don't
Sure,
mind asking them. So, chat,
sure.
go ahead, ask the questions that you, because I've been seeing people. Oh, I've got a really big question. Go ahead, ask the questions. But yeah, that has been a really, really real and raw interview. Um,
Love, bro.
I said it's the
Wait,
longest interview we've had so far. It's nuts.
swear. Crazy, bro. I love that. Wait, where can I see can I see the questions?
Yeah, you can see the questions. If you go to twitch.tv/Paz streams, then you can see the
Oh,
chat.
mad. See, I was on thing the whole time. I was
Bacon's
on
going, yeah. Who's one actor you'd love to work with and why?
oh, one actor. Have I frozen, by the way?
No, no, you've not frozen. You're good.
Oh, okay, one actor I'd love to work with. Right now, the one actor I'd love to work with is an actor called he's there's two. I'm gonna go cliche
Yeah, yeah.
within reason, and then there's someone like a personal favorite. So a cliche one is Denzel Washington. That's kind of like
Of
a given.
course. Man like
That's a given.
Denzel.
But do you want to know a fun fact about Denzel Washington?
Go on.
Well, not him, but like me and him in a way. I People used to ask me, "Who's your favorite actor?" I used to say Denzel Washington, but I realized I hadn't watched a Denzel Washington film ever.
Is it?
I didn't, bro. And this happened like this year. I had to G check myself. I was like, hold on a second. Have you actually watched any Denzel Washington films that you religiously remember? I know he did a film, Remember the Titans. He did the Flight, Deja Vu. I watched those, but I didn't like remember them. So I went through like all his films. I've watched them all now, like every single one. And I was like, yeah, no, this guy is 30. He's a bad boy
He
actor.
is.
He's
The
a
man
bad
on
boy.
fire.
Literally. And then like my personal uh one that I really want to work with is Lakeith Stanfield, who is he's in the beginning scene in Get Out. He's the guy who says get out and get out. Um
Okay, yeah, yeah.
and he's also in a show called Atlanta, who he's so sick. He's also in what's that film? Is it Knives Up? Knives Up, I think. I think he's in that.
Knives up, never you do.
Knives Up. I think it's that one. Knives Up, Knives Down.
One of them.
One of them.
Knives all around.
But he's in Uncut Gems as well.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
He he's the guy who gives the crystal to Kevin Garnett. That guy.
What, at the beginning?
And, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate to say it, but he's black. That's the only way I can describe him to try and pinpoint who he is.
There's
But
quite a few black people in that film, no?
yeah, there's
I,
quite a
I
few
watched that
still.
film. That movie just boggled my mind. The whole thing, I was confused from beginning to
Bro,
end.
but you see films like Uncut Gems. It's made by a company called A24, right?
Yeah.
They they just make films for the aesthetic and the vibe. There's not
Bro, it
really
was
much.
nuts.
It's nuts, bro.
It's a journey, that film. That film is a genuine
Oh,
journey.
bro, you have to focus. You have to
This
you have to focus to watch that, bro.
is
You have to
mad.
focus. It's nuts. But yeah, Paz, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You may have to read out the questions to me,
Yeah, bro,
because
I'll read them. It's fine. It's not an
oh,
issue.
thank you,
I read the,
thank
I
you,
read. I
brother.
normally read the questions anyway.
Oh,
Um,
sick.
so
Love
again
that,
from
love that.
Bacon, he's coming in with the second one. Who were your musical inspirations growing up?
Mm, mm.
You gotta say Jammer, bro, just in case he accidentally watches this. You know what I mean?
Nah, Jammer knows what it is. He knows what it is. He knows it's all love. Jammer, if you haven't seen this, you know what it is. You know what it is. Your music is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, uh, growing up, like I can't lie. Like I have to say this guy because he still inspires me now to this day. From when I started listening to his music, Drake
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
is like Drake is the guy.
Mm.
You know, he is the guy. He does everything. He showed me that you not only can you just rap, you can rap and sing.
Mm.
You not only can you can do, just hip hop. You can go do your Afro beats as well. You can go do your Caribbean music as well. He made me realize that you can't just be in that box. And obviously he was an actor before as well, so it's like he's very very motivational in that
Mm.
way, and just seeing where he is now is mad because he's someone that I watched, be, oh, he's the new artist
Yeah.
to being the
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 goat.
artist of the GOAT, bro, like of the past decade.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows, maybe for the next decade, I
Mm.
don't know, he could, but let's see. But yeah,
But
like Drake,
that's
what are you
one
gonna
thing
say?
I love about Drake is that,
Mm,
like, I know he gets clowned on it, like, oh, he's making another sad tune, but Drake, he was like one of the first, especially for me, who
mm,
introduced me to, like, he uses raw emotion in his music, and
raw, bro.
that's basically like from Drake going on to Frank Ocean, and from Frank Ocean,
Mm,
I love
definitely.
music with emotion in it. I love lyrics
Substance,
with emotion,
emotion, bro.
exactly, and that
Literally.
he pretty much introduced me to that, which is
Facts.
why I love him.
Him, The Weeknd, Frank Ocean. I think that era
Exactly. Yeah.
of music where I guess SoundCloud was just kind of coming up as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Spotify and Apple Music didn't really exist at these times. Like it was, yeah, them guys are very influential. If I were to say who influences me like now, to take a spin on the question, it's very UK based. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, like I listen to people like Heady One, who's
Mm.
sick, Dave, J
Santan
Hus.
Dave.
Oh, there's so many. There's like this artist that I know from London. There's two of them. There's a guy called Javon, who's he makes incredible music. Incredible music. I listen to his music and I think, why the fuck did I not make that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's sick. And then there's this guy called A2, who is just, if he wanted to be a mainstream artist, he could.
Mm.
He has that power, and I have so much respect for him because he chooses not to go down
Yeah.
that
Chooses
avenue.
his own lifestyle.
Yeah, and because he doesn't want to be in that forefront of the limelight,
Mm.
but he knows everyone.
Mm. That's mad.
It's
That's a
nuts.
really mad position to be in.
Because everyone knows what he can do,
Yeah.
what he's made of, and it's like a lot of people just like, right, like, is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. And last but not least, Octavian as well. I
Nice.
think Octavian is just, yeah, he's nuts. He's sick.
We
He's
got
so
one
sick.
from the main man Kofi, like you mentioned. He says it's not
My
a
guy,
question, but I
yeah,
was there when you spoke of the Stone Circle, and man, I just want to say thank you for speaking your truth. My man, shit was
yeah,
empowering, and I hope we can work together sometime.
bro, I'm here, man. I'm
He's
here.
here.
Again, I know my replies are absolutely whack,
Yeah.
but I'm working on it. I promise you guys, I'm working on it.
Is it
But
what it is?
yeah, defo, like I defo appreciate the love, and because when I went up there again to speak, I didn't expect anything. I just kind of went up there. I wanted to speak my truth and
Yeah. Just let
just
some shit off your chest,
yeah,
man.
just that's kind of how I saw it.
Breathe.
Just and breathe,
I think
kind of
like
thing.
with the height of the BLM thing, I think it was a massive point in this year, especially for just people to just breathe.
Mm,
I don't know. Obviously, we had all the shit from the EDL and all that fucking trash, where they were just
bro,
being assholes. But for the BLM people, for the black community as well, it was massive for them to just breathe, just to
massive,
let
bro.
shit off their chest, and for people to listen. Very
Yeah,
empowering moment of this year.
bro. It's sad to say it was the first time I felt heard.
Mm.
Do you know-
Well,
and
bro, that's
that
why people are doing the BLM marches is because
for
exactly that
real,
reason.
for real. Again, though, like I just hope again. I hope people haven't forgotten how that
No
felt.
one's. I hope no one's forgotten.
I hope, bro. I hope. I pray.
Like,
But
that's what I mean. Like I've said to my girlfriend,
mm,
even even if people have forgotten, I think the positive amount of people who have actually been educated, it's worth
mm,
it. It's worth the marches. It's worth the
man,
riots. The amount of people who
honestly,
are now educated,
mm,
massive.
massive, bro. Literally, a mother DM'd me on Instagram. She found obviously after all this went round, she found me. She found me on Instagram, and she was like, "Thank you so much for." Nah, let me read it out. Let
Go
me
on,
read
bro.
it out.
Go on,
I'm
go
not.
on.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting this wrong. I wanna get this right. So
Go
you're
on.
gonna have to bear with me for a
Well,
little bit.
while you're finding out, you can answer another one from Georgia.
Go.
What do you spend your spare time doing?
What the truth?
None of that business.
Bro, none of that.
Now go on,
Nah,
truth, truth.
the truth?
Mm.
Well, nah, like what do do in my spare time? It's gonna take me a while to find this DM. I'm
Bro,
not
it's
gonna
calm.
lie.
Go for it. It's just,
I might have to allow it, and I'll paraphrase. But in my spare time, I quite normal, you know. I'd
yeah.
say normal. Like I bang on my PS4. I play FIFA, 2K. I just got The Last of Us now, so I'm gonna start that
Oh, bro, what a good
tonight.
game.
Bro, can't wait to start it.
Bro, it's so
The
sick.
guy, like the guy who gave it to me, my boy who gave it to me, his name's Jerome. He's like, yo, like, it's like it's a very good game. He's like, you're
Is
gonna
this
be
the
hooked.
second one or the first one?
The first one, see, I
Is
haven't played this.
it?
See, I haven't. See, that's the thing. I haven't played the first one at all. So I was like, let me.
You got to play the first
Start
one to
from-
get to play the second one.
Yeah, trust.
They are
So I was
such
like,
good
yeah,
games.
good game. But no, like yeah, like PS4 when when I can. Obviously, the gyms are closed. I like to go gym just to keep
Mm,
healthy, keep my mind fresh, and just you know uh just at ease in it.
mm.
So and yeah, bro, just like going out socializing. I'm quite regular. I'm quite
Just a
regular
normal
away
guy.
from. I'm just a normal guy, but away from like working and just plotting and scheming and like thinking of like what's the next move in a way. It's just I yeah I kind of do the regular.
Yeah.
I think what I think is regular,
Just
regular
yeah,
stuff.
just regular stuff. Bacon
Yeah,
coming in
man.
with his third question. He's heavy on the questions today. Jeez.
He's heavy. He wants to know.
He wants
I
to
rate
know
it.
what was one of your biggest struggles and how did you get through it? If you don't mind answering, is what he
Oh,
said.
what in life
In
or
life, man.
I think this kind of it's a period of it's a period of time.
Yeah.
What I'm about to describe, and this period of time lasted like a year or two.
Mm,
So I'd say one of my biggest struggles is dealing with a breakup that was predominantly my fault
yeah.
and the after effects of what I went on spiraled on to do.
Yeah.
So basically coming out of that dark place, but like, you know, I when that was happening, I remember going back to uni. I bro, I started smoking more weed than I should have,
Yeah.
which was very problematic because I didn't see a problem in it. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror and seeing yo, you've lost weight, you lost your head is skinny. And I used to hide it with wearing oversized stuff or
Baggy clothes and stuff, yeah.
yeah, baggy clothes, bro, because I didn't want to be seen and I didn't want anyone to point it out. And I think that really the after effects, all of that just made me, very insecure and just not wanting to look after myself,
Yeah, of course.
which is really sad. But then I remember just wanting telling myself like, no, like no, like you need to come out of this because it got to the point where I think it was before like I was breaking up for Easter
Yeah.
for uni, and I remember I was broke. I had no money, but I still managed to have weed
Yeah.
and get munch for to accompany the weed,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is wrong, which is so wrong of me. I remember just being like, "What the hell is going on in my mind?" Like, I feel like I'm gonna go insane.
Yeah.
And it reached a point for me where I was like, "Yo, this isn't the weed isn't working anymore."
Mm,
I had a thought to myself, which was so scary, that was like, "I need something stronger," which is
mm.
mad.
That's mad. That is
It
mad.
was mad. And once I had that thought, I was like, "Nah, I need to go
Gotta
home.
stop it. Yeah.
I need to go. I need to stop. I need to go home."
Yeah.
And I remember coming home, my mum was like, "You lost weight." I was like, "Mum, I'm here to eat. I'm here to demolish the food. I'm here to get myself back on track because I lost myself."
And that takes a lot
And,
of strength to do to get yourself back on track. That is mad.
and even admit that to my mum,
Yeah.
that was the hardest thing. Obviously, I haven't told her about that I was smoking. She doesn't
Yeah.
know to this day. To this day.
That's mad.
To this day, she doesn't know. And
Let's
I
hope
don't
she
think
don't come across this interview
she will
then.
she will never come across this interview unless I show
Good.
her.
Good.
Well, unless and who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Whatever. If she does see it, it's kind of like a conversation that needs to be had
Of
anyway.
course it is. Yeah.
But yeah, like that was tough. Like, it was so tough to just come out of that and be like, this, I have a problem
Yeah.
and I need to address it
I
and
need to fix it.
I need to fix it. And I remember thinking to myself, this was the beginning of me having a mentality of like, okay, what are you gonna do about it?
Absolutely.
And since then, I've kind of adapted that into my life. But from that moment onwards, things just, gradually got better. I started eating better. I cut down a lot on the smoking and just and how I take it. I'd started taking it in moderation and just
Yeah.
managing it well. Um, and yeah, I started working out. I played football. I started playing football again. I needed to do stuff that made me happy because I wasn't doing stuff that made me happy. I was just doing stuff to just do stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if anything, that was the toughest thing that I had to go through and come out of
Mm.
from a dark place. So yeah, that was that.
That's nice. Well, you got from Bacon, as I said. Appreciate you getting the strength to tell your story, my guy, which is lovely. We got time for one more
Yeah.
question, and it's from
Yeah.
Mushi_12. Uh,
Hello, Mushi_12.
he or she.
Yeah.
What was the highlight of your 2020? I know it's been a shit year.
Mmm. Highlight of my 2020.
Mm.
I'd probably say, truthfully,
Go on.
it's something that hasn't come out yet.
Ah, secret project.
So something that I'm in the middle of doing currently right now
Okay.
is probably the highlight because it's very, for me, it's very monumental. It's very big. It's for me, I see it as a big statement of like, yo, like, I'm here, you
He's
know,
here.
I'm here, and now I'm not like now I'm there, but you will see me there,
Yeah. Of
kind of thing. I'm
course,
still
man.
here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you'll see me there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'd say that is probably the highlight. Is I wish I could say, I wish I could say,
Yeah.
but I'm not. I think in a few weeks you might find out
So
about it
where will we find
actually.
this out? On Instagram, Twitter, where to?
Bro, it should be on Instagram and Twitter.
Instagram. Oh yeah, your Instagram's been getting put in the chat every 5 minutes anyway, so that's good.
What
So
what mine?
yeah, but like we got it on your Instagram link. It gets put on every 5 minutes in my chat. So
Crazy.
yeah, we
That's
got shit. This
mad.
shit's professional, man. Come on.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Yeah. It's there. Yeah, no, but yeah, that's that.
That's good
What
shit.
about you, bro? Let me ask you the question
Go on,
actually.
go on. What's
Let me
this?
ask you, what's been the highlight of your 2020 so
Highlight
far?
of my 2020. I genuinely think I know it's a cliche answer,
Mm.
but it's my girlfriend.
Yeah?
Like because like this year has been shit. Like obviously with COVID, I've not been able
Yeah.
to see her very much.
Man,
I think I've seen her like a total of 3 months this entire year,
crazy.
which is really bad. But when I do get to see
Mm.
her, I'm just so happy. I'm myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's bliss, isn't it? It's a bliss feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, like I could
Uh,
turn around, I could say my stream because my stream is it's
mm,
been like we're nearly on 200 followers. For me, that is nuts. Coming from like
crazy.
we only started like 6 months ago or something, and you know it's a journey. But yeah, but the highlight of my 2020 is my
Yeah.
girlfriend. Hopefully, she'll be the highlight of my future. So you know what I mean?
Come on. You hear that, Georgia? You hearing me? I hope she's like, oh,
She's here, man. She's here.
he's a keeper.
I'm a
He's a
keeper.
keeper.
She just put a lum out. Is that a
It's facts,
proposal?
though.
Yo, allow it, man. I don't have the money for getting married yet. Fuck.
Whoa. Not yet. Sorry, bro.
Not yet.
I'm
Not
sorry if
yet.
I put you in the deep end.
It's all good.
Sorry if I did that. But no, do you know what I love about relationships though?
Yeah.
Like for real,
Go on.
is from what I'm hearing, this is just an assumption and I can feel it, I can
Go
feel
on.
it, just the energy, is that you guys are willing to, work together and
Yeah.
grow together and
We are.
build
Yeah.
together and it seems like that love isn't just the good, it's the bad as well,
Yeah.
and
Of
you
course
work
it is.
through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people don't realize that they just think, oh, he's pissed me off, I don't want to be with him no more.
Yeah.
Duh, duh. No, it's not that.
Mm.
It's about working together. How do you build from that? Like
Yeah.
how you it's literally that,
Please.
So I think yeah, it's beautiful to hear that. I
Thank you
love
very
that.
much. Thank you.
Shout out to you in Georgia.
Big up, G.
Come on.
But yeah,
Cover it.
but thank you so much for honouring me coming on this this talk show. It's been literally a very very
Bro,
touching talk show. I've got to know you. I've got to know your story, and I
thank you,
hope the
bro.
chat has taken some of your stories and they're gonna put it into their lives because you do have some very inspirational stuff. If you do want to follow
Thank you,
Gabin,
bro.
his Instagram there it is. Just popped up again in chat.
In the
So
chat. I don't know
follow
where
his
the chat
Instagram.
is. Is the chat
Uh,
there? Is it there?
there,
There.
right side. There, yeah, fuck it, it's there, bro.
It
Check it there.
says
If you're watching on YouTube, because the VOD will be going up on YouTube tomorrow or today if you're watching, then the
yeah,
comment section is underneath.
down
There
below.
it is. There it is. Yeah,
In the comment sections down
down
below.
below.
There it
Make
is.
sure you hit that like. But yeah,
Bro,
thank you very much for coming on the show.
thank you
You're
for
more than
having me,
welcome to
bro.
come on whenever you want in the
I'll be
future.
street, bro. I'll come down. I want to know who you got next, and I'll
Bro,
come and support.
every Monday 6 p.m. Deep in the Den. That's what it
Deep in
is.
it then. Who did you have last Monday?
We had Nush. She's
What? And
a musician.
I've heard of them.
And then the first week we had May J, which he's an up and coming musician as well.
Sick,
It's
sick.
good. It's good shit, man.
I'm excited to see you guys get on next week.
I'm excited too, bro, because I don't
Oh.
fucking know.
But
But it's all good. I
love
will
that.
see you next Monday 6 p.m. if you're watching just for Deep in the Den. But again, thank you, Gabin, for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking the chat's questions, and it's been
No
amazing
problem.
hearing about your story. So
You too, my bro.
I'll
Thank
catch you later,
Big
brother.
love. Take
Catch you
it
later.
easy.
Ta-ra, man.